Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very exciting episode of CLX Foundry Live. I'm your host, DJ BluePDX, and of course, joining me on screen is our own personal build-a-buddy. It's lead technical expert and master builder, Paul Steffens. I'm not even sure where I came up with build-a-buddy, but I like it. You're two people at once. It's great. So we've got an amazing show today. First of all, we've got a special guest coming in. We're going to be announcing, not now, but in just a little bit, the winner of our Hawthorne PC Inside a PC giveaway that ended, I believe, last Friday night. We've also got another giveaway happening right now for our Horus build. You can actually see it to the left of Paul back there, all lit up and beautifully green. Exclamation give Horus will get you that information. And of course, pay attention in chat because you may end up getting codes from the wonderful code god Ivory.
He is the true code god.
Yes, absolutely. There are many different ways you can get codes. I believe we've been giving them out on this show. I've been giving them out. I've got codes that I give out on my channel, and we've also got some that we've been giving out. Do we have some on social media? I'm not sure if we do. Yes, we are giving them out on social media. Perfect. So make sure you're paying attention to that. It's CLX Gaming on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter if you want to follow all of our relevant socials. That's where it is. Also on Instagram. And, you know, the number one thing you never want to do as a host of a show is leave your alerts on your phone. My bad. All right, so we are spending a little time. We've got a great PC to build today, but we are waiting for a special guest to pop in here real quick. I see a lot of names, a lot of people familiar. I see Winter from the Respawn All Stars. Danny Butt is here. Dot Chaos in the house. But okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start. Let's take a look at start the build. We'll talk about why it's special in just a little bit, but let's get the baselines put together. Paul, we've got a pretty powerful rock star of a build. Let's kick it off.
Yeah, so this is definitely a beast of a build. We've got an i9-13900K, 32 gigs of DDR5-5600 speed RGB memory, a 4080 for the video card, a 1 terabyte M.2 for our main drive, and then a 4 terabyte storage drive. Got a really nice case for this. We're using a custom Evolv X here. We'll show that in a little bit because it's pretty special. And we've got a 1000-watt modular. So
nice.
I will go ahead and start building the motherboard. And yeah, we can just roll through the parts. So the motherboard we're using, we've done this, I think, at least once or twice before. Yeah. It's an ASRock Z690 Steel Legend Wi-Fi 6E D5. So that's a lot of words, but yeah, it's a Z690 board with onboard Wi-Fi, and it's the DDR5 version.
And so, yeah, again, you've mentioned that we've gotten, sorry, production. We've got quite a different pieces here that are going to be going into this, but let's take a look at this motherboard. This is a pretty nice, this is a very high-end motherboard. It's got RGB on it. It supports both 12th and 13th gen processors from Intel. It's got a beautiful white built-in I/O, some great heat shields. So let's start talking about some of those features. This has got an M.2 hyper, two M.2 hypers, and an M.2 Ultra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so how big of a difference in speed are those two?
Yeah, so I don't have the exact spec for Hyper and Ultra, but it is a significant speed. You can look that up. And what's nice with those is even if you don't have an Ultra speed M.2, you can still use that top slot for it. So they are backwards compatible, which is nice.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, we're getting that all in there, pulling all the plastic off. Make sure you do pull the plastic off if you're going to be assembling one of these on your own, because otherwise it'll smell like burnt plastic.
That's right. Yeah. I want to make sure we get all that off.
Yes.
So I'm going through the motherboard box here, the accessories. A lot of these will get sent to the customer or the recipient of this PC. So I'm just going to grab a few screws out of this that I need. And then we've got our video card mount. We might be using this one. We'll look at it once we get the video card installed in the system. I have a different one in case we want to use that one instead. We got antennas for our wireless, and some nice little keychains here that we will send along. So let me get this box out of the way. So the first thing I'm going to do here is for our all-in-one liquid cooler, we've got a Phanteks Glacier 1 360 AIO.
Cool. Those are great.
So that is this one right here. We really like this AIO. If budget is not a problem, go with the Glacier 1 AIO. It's a really nice one. So I've got the back plate for that here. This is a Intel 1700 socket. We're putting this on the back. And I like putting this on before I do anything else, because then I know it's there and I can just install the processor. I can do everything else I need to, put the hardware in there and all that good stuff.
So let's talk about that. Just that bracing is very important to make sure that it is it important, I'm assuming, to make sure that it's flush, to make sure that it's against the motherboard all the way. That way you don't have any gaps so that it doesn't come loose or tilt at all. Because you want that solid contact on there, right?
Yeah, that's right. So you can kind of see here with this overhead shot, if I could position it correctly. There we go. These holes are kind of hard to see because they blend in with the board, but right where I've got my fingertips, those are the threaded portions of the back plate coming through. And there's 4 here, so you just make sure they fit in there. It'll kind of stay in place too. So now I'm lifting up the proc cover here, the processor cover. We've got all of our pins right here that the processor is going to connect with, so definitely don't want to touch those. If you bend one of those, it can cause a lot of damage to the system. So, all right, so I've got our
how do you know which way to put it in?
Okay, so we've got the i9-13900K here. So there's a couple ways you can do it. The biggest way is there's an arrow here on this proc cover. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of engraved in there. You can kind of catch it a little bit at that angle. But then there's also going to be a little gold arrow here on the processor. You can see by my finger right there. And then the other way, there's a couple notches cut out into the top here. You can kind of see if I put my finger behind it. Those have at the top and the bottom. So that makes sure you're putting it in this way. If you try to go backwards or any other way, it won't go in. So whenever you're installing a processor, you just want to be very careful. Make sure everything's lining up. You shouldn't have to force anything in. And then I kind of just let it fall into place there, make sure it's lined up. All of our ports are lined up there. Then we leave the proc cover on, kind of push this down. When I latch this proc cover is going to kind of bounce off like that.
Nice.
And there we go, we have our processor mounted. So that's usually the scariest part about building a PC right there. So that's done.
I remember back in the day, some of the older processors used to have that one notch on the corner, where it was like you had rounded corners and you had one that was at an angle, and that's how you'd know to put it in there. But if you weren't paying attention, you'll destroy your processor.
And with each generation of CPU, they kind of move those keys around. That way, you can't line up one that won't fit. So that's kind of nice that they do that.
One thing to point out for everybody here in chat is that if you have questions about not only assembling a PC, but anything that we're doing here in this show, make sure you ask them. We will get to as many questions as we can, because that's what this is all about. It's an educational opportunity for us to share with you the knowledge of, well, for him to share the knowledge with you, because I'm basically I play with them. I don't build them. I mean, I do build them. I just break them.
I'm sure sometime we can get you in here and you can build one. We'll show you how, DJ. It's not
honestly, that would be so fun. I would have a blast with that. I used to love Legos and projects, so.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. All right, so.
And
go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead. I was saying, Papo, you may not have owned a gaming PC yet, but you never know. Horus is coming up at the end of the month. So, now this is a liquid AIO. It is a 360. So I take it it's not named after Xbox. What's that 360 stand for?
Right, so that's going to refer to the size of the radiator here, and typically that means we can fit 3 120mm fans on here. Now you could do a push-pull, which would have fans on both sides, so technically you could put 6 fans on this, but typically your AIOs range from 120, 240, and 360, referring to how many 120mm fans can fit on there. But yeah, it does refer to the radiator size.
Gotcha. Yep. And we've talked a little bit about this in previous shows. I have a 120 on mine, on my gaming PC, but it's a 120 with a push-pull.
Okay,
and I remember, so it's still not a 240 because it's just a 120 square little guy.
Right.
But that's the thing. All right, so now we're getting this in there. You're going to put the liquid cooler on there, but so that people understand, because I know that when we go to trade shows and things like that, we see some of these incredibly lit, glowing tubes of stuff. What is the difference between that and this?
Yeah, so this is a AIO all-in-one, which refers to everything about the liquid cooler is right here in my hand. So we've got our pump, our radiator. This thing comes filled up with the coolant in it. All we have to do is install the mounting hardware, which I've done here. Put this on, and that's it. You're good to go.
Sweet.
That's it. So when you see like the really nice custom open loop systems is what we call those, because those are physically open. We add fluid to it, and do it that way. Those are really nice and provide great cooling. A lot more effort goes into those. So I prefer using the AIOs. I make a lot of changes to my system, so that way I don't have to drain a system or anything like that. But yeah, that's what the AIO is. So I've got my posts here that are screwed into our back plate. You can see these here. And now all we have to do is put our proc cover, our plate with our pump on top of that.
And that comes with the putty stuff, right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
The flux?
Yep, this does have the thermal paste on there, on the plate itself. So it is there, and it'll spread out and provide a good coverage, once it heats up and spreads out. So last thing for mounting this, we need to take our cap screws and put those on, then we'll be good to go. Now this AIO does come with a nice cover for our plate right here, which has like an infinity mirror and some RGB, so we'll have that going too once we get this board mounted and I start plugging everything in.
Nice. That'll be great. One of the cool things about this board is all of the heat shields. So let's discuss, let's point out which ones are where, because sometimes it can be real confusing when you've got a lot of them on there and what they do.
Yeah. So up top, this is where you typically see, this is where you see your biggest heat shields, is usually up top, and this is on top of our components that supply power to our processor, so that's why these are gonna always be the biggest. And these are it's a nice stack of metal with fins cut into it, and then air will blow through from the case fans and cool that. We do have a heat shield for our M.2, which I'll take this off next once we get that in. That'll just help cool our M.2 drive. And then we have some on the south bridge, and then another long one for this other M.2 slot. So we won't be using this slot, but this will be here for if they want to put in another drive, they can have a heat shield as well.
Awesome.
So I'm going to
I'm assuming that does affect performance considerably when it comes to how your M.2 operates.
Yeah, I haven't done any like measured tests, but it is good to have, because a lot of people like to, obviously you have your operating system on there so it boots up quick. You can have your favorite games on there as well, and that'll keep it cool, keeping those transfer rates high.
Oh, nice. Definitely. And also, Popo mentioned, saw Henry Cavill set up a gaming PC before. So patient in that video. I would have been so nervous. And then, of course, I screwed up by typing not the right thing. I love the fact that he's such a dedicated nerd geek and gamer. And I say that with adoration and not as a slight. And there's a lot of people like that. I think it's grand.
Mm-hmm.
So celebrate the inner dork. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
I mean,
I think he's into like Warhammer 40K and like painting the miniatures.
Oh yeah.
And I've got a few friends that are
yeah.
into that. I think that is so cool. I've tried myself, but I'm not very good at it.
Well, it's funny, he was on the Graham Norton show, and Tom Holland was there, and Graham Norton didn't quite understand the fandom, and Tom just came unglued and was like, "Can I come over and paint with you?" He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So they do sessions where they just build and paint pieces, which is hilarious.
That is.
Yeah, it is very much an expensive hobby, Lucid Harm. By the way, welcome. If you're just a first-timer here, welcome to the show. As we get this thing going, so Paul's pulled out the RAM. This is going to be DDR5-5600 RAM. Now, that's 32 gigs of RAM. How fast is that? Like, that's comparatively to...
Yeah, this is some of the fastest RAM out there. There is some DDR5 that may be faster than this. Like I've seen some 6,000 speed, but this is crazy fast. DDR5 is still at the leading edge right now. Most systems come with DDR4, so this is some really fast RAM. We have two 16 gig sticks for a total of 32 gigs in our system. So I'm installing these, and then I'll do the M.2.
Now, there's 4 slots in here. How do you know which ones to go with?
Yeah, so if you have 4 slots and you're installing 2 sticks, you want to use 2 and 4.
Okay.
If you're not sure, though, the motherboard manual that comes with it will tell you how to install your RAM, whether you've got 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, 4 sticks. I sound like Dr. Seuss, but
I was gonna say red sticks, blue sticks.
but yeah, and then sometimes on motherboards there'll be some markings around your RAM slots. I haven't looked closely enough at this. That will tell you like channels A1, A2, B1, B2, and that's what that is. But always, you know, reference your motherboard manual if you're not sure.
I'd love you to shout out to Easy Tunes for the resub hype. Let's go. Been a sub for 4 months. Well, we're glad to have you here, Easy Tunes, although I know who you are. Let's see here.
All right.
Yes, Tony Smith, I completely agree with you. Watching a PC get built is better than therapy.
It is. I like.
All right, so things to pay attention to when you're putting in an M.2 in.
All right, so we
talk about that.
So the biggest thing, you'll have a standoff here. You can see right where my finger is. This is what's going to screw this down, this little notch here. Since we're using a heat shield for this that came with this board, we're not going to put a screw in there because the screw that's on the heat shield is going to go through that and secure it down. So that's a couple things. Every motherboard is different. You know, there might be some where the M.2 heat shield is longer, so you would screw this down and then put your heat shield on top. But this one won't do that, so this kind of goes in almost at a 45-degree angle here. And it just kind of sits like that, and then we'll just push it down with our finger. It doesn't take any pressure at all. And then really, I just line up this screw first that mounts it, and then once you get that one tightened down, the other one's really easy to get. There was a blue cover under this heat shield you probably saw me take off. Definitely want to make sure you take that piece of plastic off because it can melt if you get your system going. It's kind of a hard thing to troubleshoot too if you're not sure because it's not very obvious, but yeah. All right, so we've got our M.2 installed, our RAM installed, our processor installed with our liquid cooler. So the way we're going to mount this, radiator is going to be in the top. So I think what I'm going to do next is actually mount the fans to the radiator before we get this case out. And that way I think it'll be totally ready. So
sounds good.
And for this build,
so we're going to be using
7 fans. Oh yeah, go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, we're going to be using 7 GAMDIAS AEOLUS RGB fans. These have a white base. And of course the RGB is on the fan blades and the ring, which is really cool. Is 7 fans going to be enough to cool this? I mean, a 13900 is a pretty strong processor.
Yeah, 7 fans will be sufficient. This case will be pretty much full with those. And really the big thing here is since we have a 360, we've got a ton of coolant in here to cool that. Kind of going back to that processor, it can boost up to a 5.8 clock speed, which is huge. So with this cooler, it's going to be able to boost up a lot more than it would if we were just using like a 120 or 240. Probably with an i9, I would recommend bare minimum going with the 240 if you're building anything with an i9, but 360 is always, you know, better than a 240.
So here's a question. With this, are we going to be pushing the air through or pulling it?
Yes, so we are going to be pushing the air through this. If you do have a choice, you always want to push air through your radiator. It's fine if you have to pull it through, but if you can push, do that. This will be exhausting out the top of the case, so we'll be pushing air through the radiator and out the top.
Oh wow, and I could actually see through that radiator. That's cool. I always wondered what they're made of, but now I get it. Awesome. As far as and by the way, our special guest is on their way. That rhymes if I said it. But I'm not going to give it away yet. It's in the title? Okay, well, never mind. Okay, then. Okay, yeah, I should probably have paid attention to that. Sway is going to be here. Sway is on the way, so it's going to be good stuff. Now, when you're putting these fans in, how do you know which way they go?
So back in the day, there used to be arrows printed on the side of the fans that would tell you. But the biggest thing to do on any fan, if you see this fan grill here that's on the back, see how that's there, but on the front it's not. Where the fan grill is, that's where the air is going to exhaust out of. So anytime you see the grill, the air is going out this way.
Gotcha. Real quick, we want to call it out. It says FaZe Sway Raid! Welcome, Raiders! Hello! What's going on? We've got, look at everybody. You got a hype crowd. Sway's got some hype people.
That's awesome.
All right, well, we'll give everyone a chance to hop in here, say hello. Welcome, Raiders. So glad to have you. We've got some really interesting things to go over today. Paul's putting on those fans right now. while we're in here, I also, you know what I didn't do today? I could go over what's inside of our current Horus giveaway while you're getting those fans on.
Yeah.
So the one thing I want to talk about is the Horus giveaway. We've got an incredible computer that's going to be given away at the end of this month, and there's so many different ways to enter and to get your entries in it. And every time we give out a code, those codes are worth 100 entries. We're going to be giving out some today on this show. I'll be giving out some on my channel throughout the rest of the month. This is a CLX Horus. It is a Evo mid tower. It's black. It's got an AMD Ryzen 5900X 12-core processor on an ASRock X570 Phantom Gaming 4 ATX board. It's 32 gigs of DDR4 3600 RAM, and that operating system is going to be placed on a 1 terabyte Kingston NVMe M.2 drive with a 3.5-inch 1 terabyte drive in that rear bay. Plus, it's got an RTX 3070 8 gig on there with 10 GAMDIAS RGB fans and a 750 watt GAMDIAS Kratos M1 80 plus bronze power supply. You could win this, and all you got to do is hit the link in the chat by typing !Give Horus. Yes, give Horus. We do have an announcement to make here in a little bit, but we'll wait until we get our special guest in here. A little later on the show, we're going to be talking about our winner of Hathor, and I can definitely give you a clue. I believe, and we're not going to let them identify themselves yet, but I believe our winner might be here, might be in the chat. So go figure. All right, we're getting this in and putting out. Hello, everyone. Yes, welcome all those. I almost said Sway Lords, and I don't know where that came from because that's probably not what you call yourselves, but why not? Why not? Who knows? Welcome in, everybody.
Everybody's having
all right.
a good day.
So for everybody who's just joining us, let me go over what we've already done so far in the build. So we've talked about this build. We're building out the inside of it first. The motherboard is an ASRock Z690 Steel Legend DDR5, which is great. It comes with that's usable with the highest level of RAM. It's going to be powered by an i9 13900K processor, which has been installed, as well as two 16-gig DDR5-5600 sticks of RAM. That's a total of 3,200 gigs, and it's got, as you can see right there in that shot, a 3-fan. It's a 360 AIO, and that is by Phanteks. Yes, Phanteks Glacier 1 AIO. And, oh my gosh, is that... Hello. And here we go. Everybody's like, oh, I think I hear him. I think I hear him.
Audio's going live. And
all right.
He's on screen with us.
Welcome to the show.
Let's go!
How's it going, man?
I'm going
good.
Doing
to
good.
meet you.
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. All right.
Let's see here. I've got him doubled up in my head. So, okay, there we go. So, Sway, let's, well, first of all, welcome to CLX Foundry Live. I'm DJ BluePDX, and our builder today is our lead technical expert and master builder, Paul Steffens.
Hello, Paul.
How's it going?
Hello. We're good.
Good.
And for anybody who was in here before Sway came in, let's just talk a little bit about you and what you're doing. You've got 9.5 million followers across Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You were the youngest recruit for FaZe Clan ever, and you're, of course, a pro Fortnite player.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome. I also found out that you and I have a similar interest. Demon Slayer. Yes. When I was in Australia for PAX Oz, down with PUBG, it was... we got bored one night and they said, hey, have you seen this anime? I was like, no, I haven't. So we ordered out and sat there and we watched the entire first season. We were like, this is amazing. Yeah. Well, and that's why I was so impressed with how you got the design you got for your build. Yes.
All right. Are you ready to see it?
We've avoided showing anybody the case until you got here.
Okay. All right.
I want to see the case.
Here we go.
Uh-oh, people are saying they can't hear him. Okay, there he is. All right, we got it. Look at this thing.
Oh my God!
Move it to the left, Paul.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah. It's
God.
wicked.
There we go.
Right? It's so cool. I love it. Yeah, thoughts?
No, that looks fucking.
Very sick.
Oh my
You get the
God!
shot of the
Yeah.
top too. I am
The
gonna take
sway
that
with the
panel off
Demon
of, yeah.
Slayer, the sway with
Right?
the Demon Slayer symbol is crazy. The Akaza on the front is crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh
It's absolutely incredible.
my God.
So,
Chat, what do y'all
yeah.
think of that? What do you guys think of that PC? Oh.
yeah, I
All right,
I figured you would like that.
I'm pretty
I
set
saw it
on
and
the
I was like, what?
motherboard,
I want
So
one.
we'll start prepping
All
this
right.
case. I'll pull the panels off. We can show them off a little bit too while I'm doing this.
Okay. So the panels will all swing wide and open, and they're each designed. We've got an incredible designer here. His name is Kyle, call him Crow, and
You know him?
he does all sorts of cool stuff. He's who I have. He's who has designed my case, which is great. Look at that.
He used to stream on Mixer.
Wait, DJ Blue, did you used to stream on Mixer?
I did. I used to be the
You
High
did?
Definition Live shotcaster for Fortnite. Yeah.
He used to
I'm-
be the caster for Fortnite?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Wait, Tony,
Yeah.
you know
I
him?
know him. I met him. Yeah.
You met him? Really?
He's,
Yeah. Yes.
one of the
We-
I went to
It was been.
one of the
I was.
dinners
Yeah. I,
Wait, you went to
think it
PAX
was-
together?
Was the? Yeah, it was like was it the Logitech dinner? Or
What dinner? He said, was it the dinner, Tony?
with him. It was a dinner.
It was a dinner.
we? Yeah.
PAX
We
East?
yes.
Name was
Yes, I believe it was. So yeah.
Wait, do you remember?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember? Do you remember Homicide? Wait, I'm gonna give the mic to you.
Hello.
Hi, what's up, dude? How are you?
Great. Do you remember Homicide TV or Homicide by any chance?
That sounds super familiar, but
So,
I'm
yeah,
also old,
I u-
so
Yeah, I used to be on. I used to be on Mixer. I was like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure top 10 like most followed channels on there.
yeah.
And then I left. I remember you, 100%.
Well, either we and those who didn't leave got kicked out. So
Oh yeah, facts.
yes,
That's crazy. I seen the name. I was like, I know this guy.
it's the shiny head.
It's insane. Small world. Small world.
Yeah. Well, hi. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And we've got some
great.
really incredible stuff to build out here. CLX has gone all out on this design, and it's super fun.
No, you guys are crushing this. I don't know exactly what what step you're on, cause I could build a PC, but I don't know where to start, to be honest.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got, so just as I was mentioning to Sway earlier, we've gotten so far just through the basics of the motherboard. Whoops. I'm not sure.
Oh.
So the motherboard has a,
It might be that.
let's see, let's go back over it. It's an ASRock Z690 Steel Legend DDR5 motherboard. It's got an i9 13900K processor in it. Those two, that's already been installed on there with the AIO, which is a Phanteks Glacier 1 cooling system. It's got two DDR5-5600 sticks. That's 32 gigs of some of the fastest RAM out there. And, of course, that's all being mounted on there. We've also got the NVMe M.2 1 terabyte solid state drive that's been installed underneath the heat shields. This
And it
motherboard,
sounds
by the
like-
way, has got ridiculous heat shields. So, and Paul's been over here just building like a madman. I love it.
Yeah.
He's going
So-
insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at this. The white guts is like.
Paul, can you move it center to the over edge?
Yeah, so this is
So-
pretty much all white everything for as much as we could. So we got white case, white liquid cooler, white fans, white motherboard. Try to get this lined up
Yeah.
here for y'all to see. So I've got the motherboard completely built. Like DJ said, we've got the processor installed, our M.2 under our heat shield, which is going to be our main drive, our RAM installed. So now I'm just mounting the motherboard into the case.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll put the radiator to the case and start getting everything wired up.
Sheesh.
Awesome. So, while he's getting that put in, Sway, got a question for you.
Sway, got a question for you, my guy.
Oh.
Hello?
So you've been around Fortnite since the beginning. You've been a competitor. You've been kicking butt. What is your perspective on how the game has evolved? The one thing I will say is Fortnite's done a great job of keeping things going and not letting anything get too stale. And now they've got the no build mode, which has changed the game, and a lot of people have come back to it. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think they're going on a great path, to be honest, because a lot of the big streamers actually quit because of building. So I feel like them adding no building is actually like, I feel like that's the smartest thing that they've actually done in like so long, besides actually hosting a World Cup. So like Ninja, Tfue, all the big streamers are now playing no build. So I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they actually like done really good in that like compartment, you know, adding no building. So that's my thoughts. But if they want to make their game even better, they gotta add like another like World Cup. That's just what I think.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because like, I feel like FNCS competitive has been a little bit stale, but no building saved it. But now they are actually doing another tournament, I think, for like $10 million now. But I don't know when it's gonna be a thing. But it's not as crazy as World Cup, so I feel like they need to add a World Cup.
Yeah, the no building definitely. I hadn't played it much, but no building got me and a bunch of buddies back into it. So that was pretty cool.
Like people that haven't played Fortnite for like years, got back to play no building because it was so sweaty with the building. Like the average player was crazy. When they, before they, it was bad. Like it was bad. Like it was just a sweat fest every second.
And then you'd get these kids who just came out of the woodwork, genius level, who were so fast and so quick at building, and it became this. You'd always find. So we had what I called the squeaker squad, and whenever I was streaming, and I always had someone who would come in, and they were our builder. We protected them, but they just built, and these kids just
killed everybody.
It was just wild. It was wild.
That's how it is.
I'm always getting to the top, like the last 10 people. Yeah. But then it's like getting that final kill though is just that's a I'm not so great at that. I'm really good at I will say I'm in the top 2% of gamers when it comes to dying in game. I die a lot. If there was an award for dying, I would have got it.
So you don't build at all?
Well, no, not now. I play no build. I love the no build. But building always didn't confuse me, but switching between the parts, and it didn't help that I switched from controller and console to PC right at that time. So
did you switch to PC with controller or keyboard and mouse?
Oh, I only play keyboard and mouse now.
Oh, you play keyboard and mouse now?
I'm oddly better with a keyboard and mouse than I ever was with a controller.
Really?
Oh yeah, Rainbow Six Siege,
even
Halo,
in no building?
Yep.
What? Your aim is your aim better?
Yes, 100,000%. It's absurd.
No way.
It's not great still, but it's better than it was, which is hard to believe.
Oh yeah, it's better than it was. All right, so besides Fortnite no build, what other games do you play?
I've been loving Rainbow Six Siege Infinite.
Really?
I kind of stepped away from Halo for a while, and I've been just diving in face first to Rainbow Six Siege, and now getting back into Fortnite again, because I've been having a blast with it.
Okay, I was just looking at this PC thing. How do you put the fans on?
Excellent question.
So I'm actually installing this exhaust fan right now, but this is your 360 radiator up top here. It's kind of hard to see. You can really just see the fans here. You can see that little bit of where my finger's at. These fans are actually screwed into the radiator. The radiator is mounted to the case on the top here. So screws mounting the fans are the screws mounting the fans.
Oh.
Three more up front.
So we're gonna have how many fans are we gonna have in here?
7 total.
Seven total, and they all light up. Real quick, everybody, we're about to do a thing, and that's gonna be are we doing a code? Uh-oh.
Doing something else.
Oh no, we're doing something else completely. What are we doing? I'm over here just watching. We did a code. Already did a code. Perfect. Well, I must have missed that one. Don't forget, keep track of all the codes, people. Those are worth 100 entries each for the Horus giveaway that happens here at the end of the month. You can see it in some of the shots back behind Paul. It's green. I'm telling you, the designs they're coming up with are absolutely incredible. So, and this case, when it comes up, is I cannot wait to see this thing put together. It's going to be wild. So, and for those of you who want to see what's inside that Horus, check that out. Yes. So that is our current Horus giveaway.
2-in-1 PC.
Yep. Absolutely. So codes that'll be given. We got codes coming out on social media. We will have codes given out in the chat here. I've got codes that'll be given out on my channel. So yeah, lots of opportunities for everybody to win. Super excited.
Oh my God.
Yep. And yeah, as Easy Tunes point out, the Hathor is our 2-in-1 PC that CLX teamed up with Intel Gaming to create. So it's like the perfect streamer box. It's actually got a Intel NUC mounted inside of it. So taking a look right now at that, that's the Hathor PC right there. It is a CLX raw,
oh my
beautiful,
God,
gorgeous design.
Crazy.
It's got an i7-13700KF processor on an Asus Prime Z690 Plus D4, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM with a 1 terabyte 980 Pro NVMe M.2 by Samsung as your main operating system drive, with a 2 terabyte Barracuda HDD by Seagate as the storage drive. It's got a 3080 10 gig on it as your graphics card, and 10 GAMDIAS AEOLUS 120mm black RGB fans with an EVGA 850 G5 80+ gold power supply. But that's just the gaming side of it. The NUC itself has an i7-12700 in it, on top of 16 gigs of DDR4 3200 RAM, a Samsung 1 terabyte 980 Pro NVMe for the operating system there, and that's all powered by a 750 watt GT 80+ gold PSU, which is incredible. So now you've got your streaming PC inside of your gaming PC. One box, two things. It's kind of genius.
Also, one of the PCs that you're giving away, is it actually right there to pause right?
Yeah,
yep.
it is.
That green one right there. That is what it is.
The green one. Oh my.
It is.
Oh, and
yeah.
can you get the camera over there?
Yeah,
oh my
God.
Those PCs are actually crazy.
They look sick.
Yeah, they're absolutely wild. So we're working on getting that shot. Oh. We're gonna manually go there. Perfect.
Yeah. So are you guys at your headquarters or something? Because there's just PCs everywhere.
Oh yeah. This is filmed live at CLX HQ.
Ah, the HQ.
Here, so.
Yep. There's the Hathor in the very, very back. We'll focus on it.
Oh, what?
If you squint, it'll come into focus. I promise. No, just kidding.
Dude, the PC on the right.
One right here.
Oh yeah, it looks on the left.
Yeah.
Right
on our left looks crazy.
Yeah.
That has to weigh like 50 pounds. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. That's the Hathor. That's the dual PC back there. The colors are just wicked.
The colors are crazy. Oh my God.
Absolutely. Well, that's why CLX does they do what they do, because they're cool. Like
How many PCs are in that room alone? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dozens.
And the one you're making. Oh my God.
Yeah. On top of this one, which is great. So while Paul's putting this together, as far as what got you started into competitive gaming?
To be honest, before Fortnite, I actually played Call of Duty basically my whole entire life. Like I literally only played Call of Duty, and actually, as a kid, I was low-key like better than a lot of adults. So basically, I always had that talent in me. So then I'll always watch YouTube videos, and I'll always watch other people playing like other games and being a YouTuber. So I've always wanted to be a YouTuber growing up, and actually being a competitive gamer, because I saw my talent and I saw how good I was. So when Fortnite came out, the first year of Fortnite came out, I started blowing up, and I started growing a lot of attraction, and you know, that's how I became who I was. But I've always wanted to become a competitive gamer ever since I was little, because I was just like better than like the majority of gamers ever since like I was like 10, 9, 11, 12, 13. Like I was always better than the majority of people. So, and that's the only thing I really did.
when you think about it, you know, at that age, you're developing all of your, you know, coordination, your muscle response, that way of thinking. And if you've kind of ingrained that as you become an adult, it sticks, and then it's there. It
does. It does. That's what makes me so much better than like basically everybody when I play Fortnite. Like I just been doing this for so long, and I've been playing video games ever since I was. You haven't gotten a win yet?
What? No, I've gotten wins.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be funny to see if roll into squads with people of your caliber. Then I become the handicap. It's like golf. This is the guy that's, you know.
Well, squads. If we play squads, we'll win. We'll win.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
We could play. We actually could play. We actually could. I'm not going to lie. Do you have Epic? What's your Epic?
Oh, yeah.
So I can add you actually.
Oh yeah. Everything is DJ BluePDX.
Okay. I got you right now actually, because we could look. You could play. We could do it right now.
Oh no, because I've got all of my information on my gaming screen.
Okay.
I have two separate PCs and 5 monitors.
5 monitors? Are you an FBI agent? Oh my god.
In a former life, I had hair. No. So let's take a look. Paul right now is doing something really incredible. This is now to the point where he's doing the cabling. Paul, let's talk about what this process is like and why it's important to the functionality of the PC.
Yeah, so this is how pretty much everything's going to get power. So I'm going to manage all these cables first, and then we'll do the power supply later. So all these white cables you can see here, these are all coming from your fans. So we've got 7 of these. These are all going to plug into one fan controller box right here, which gets powered. You'll be able to power this with a remote. So you can change the color at any time, fan speed, stuff like that with the remote. And then the rest of these are your front panel cables. So we've got USB 3, Type-C, audio, mic, all that stuff. All these ports in the front. Cool. And once I get these managed, we'll throw the power supply in and then some more cables after that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, CLX,
you're actually
20 subs.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, the key gets hype.
I was actually gonna say you're speed running right now. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
How fast?
I usually got Hayden in here with me. He can build them twice as fast as me. It's insane.
We have to slow Hayden down so we have time to talk about all the different parts and pieces and what goes into these machines. Hayden's just like,
oh my. Like, how long does it usually take you to build a PC of this caliber?
So
if we're having a good conversation, like sometimes our shows are between an hour and 90 minutes.
To build a PC?
Yeah. Our shortest one, I had to speed through everything because he was just assembling stuff and putting it together. I'm like, hold on, we haven't.
We haven't talked about this. We haven't talked about this.
Right?
Like.
But nobody's gonna complain about efficiency. I'll tell you that much. Looks very happy with that.
Good. So how long have you been building PCs, Paul?
Yeah, so I started building PCs back in like 2009. I think it was the first time I built a PC. So yeah, I built my first gaming computer, and that's when I got into it. Super into like classic WoW and StarCraft 2 and.
So 14 years you've been building PCs.
Yeah, I'm kind of an old man now. I'm 32, so we're getting up there in age. But
dear God.
Yeah. So I've been building for a while.
Oh my. Dang. Yeah, and it must be like so nice seeing like how like far PCs have come ever since you started building them.
It is.
Like we have a 4090. We have like a i13 or something. I don't even know what it is now. Yeah. Like what is going on with PCs?
It's crazy, man. It's because when I was growing up, it wasn't really like a serious thing, you know. It was kind of something just nerds did, and then like all of us gamers obviously saw it coming. And then I think it was like League of Legends was really popping off at the time.
Yeah, League of Legends. League of Legends is. Yeah. League of Legends is still popular actually to this day.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I think it's the most popular game still of all time.
Probably is.
Well, and you look at those the worlds, the giant world championships. When you think about the things that happen for like League and Dota, World of Warcraft, it's wild how big those events get. We're talking massive stadiums.
And they literally, like, the amount of money that they put into the events are actually crazy.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Well, I mean, and it's their microtransaction system is exceptional. It's exceptionally efficient. Yeah.
And the fact that like a game like that is still big till this day is crazy. Like League of Legends has been a thing for like so long. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
And there was other MOBAs out. There was like Dota, obviously. I think Dota was a little bit bigger in the league at the beginning, and then like Heroes of New Earth, if you remember that one from forever ago.
oh yeah.
So there was a few, but League kind of took over because I think they had a smaller MOBAs, so like it was a lot faster pace. I think that made it a little more exciting. Yeah, I played League and Beta. That's how long.
And Beta?
Yeah, I played League and Beta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm actually search up how long has League actually been out for?
I think it was like 2006, 2007.
Oh my god.
Maybe? I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's been out for the release or the beta. I want to see the beta. How long ago was the League of Legends beta?
Buckgasm's got it. Buckgasm says, y'all youngsters talking
Since
about
2009.
Oh, wow.
2009,
What do you know about Ultima? Yes, there you go.
I don't know. So I feel good about that.
Yeah. To answer a question from somebody whispered it, because I know you answered it in chat and you whispered me. So the reason I have 5 monitors, I have one for music production for my DJing area. I have my main gaming monitor. I have the chat monitor. I have my production queue monitor, so it shows me what the stream sees. And then I have my production monitor here that has everything from Discord to OBS, my GoXLR stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But that's why I have 5. Diablo?
5 monitors.
Incredible. But all right.
Wait, so do you have so you have 3 monitors like on the desk, and where are the other 2? Are they still on the desk, or are they on top
here
of the other
and one's in the music studio?
Oh.
Because I DJ also on stream, and so that behind this wall here is the music studio, and that's where the DJ gear is all. Yeah.
Dang. That's actually fire.
Well, yeah, and there's to make it even funnier, the streaming desk there at the studio is actually an Intel gaming desk where it's got 2 PCs built into the actual top form of the desk.
What?
No
on a desk?
Yeah,
it's into a desk. It's got a clear top. You can see down in it.
So it's like you can see the what? That's sick.
Yeah,
it's wicked.
The guys here.
And then the monitors are on top.
Yeah, the monitor. It's got like a monitor mount to the desk, you know.
What?
Yeah,
Tony, they have a desk and it's the PC built into it.
Yep.
I've seen that.
And it's a clear glass so you can see through it. Like
it's sick.
Yeah.
It's like thick, and this is how the monitor.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's fire.
All right, so talk us through what you're doing right now, Paul.
All right, so I've got the fans plugged in and secured up to the box, so that's just kind of hanging. I'll tie that up a little bit later. So I've just plugged in our front panels. So we've got our USB 3.0 cable here, our Type-C right above it. Our power button is wired down here to the bottom with our front panel, and then we've got our HD audio port right here. We've got our RGB plugged in there. It's a 3-pin. So for now, I've just got to clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get the power supply in, install the video card, and yeah, get going. So.
And then that's it?
Awesome.
Wow.
So, while you're getting those cables going, do we want to do the thing? I'm gonna just go ahead and, or do we want to do or the winner? Let's see here. Okay, tell you what, we're gonna do first things first. Let's talk about the winner of the Hawthorne PC. So there have millions. I want to say there was millions of entries, if I'm not mistaken. It's been absolutely wild to see how much interest has come into this PC since it first was shown off at TwitchCon, and then you've had a chance to see it at various other places, including Comic-Con. And the chance to be able to build one of these and give them away is incredible. So, everybody has had a chance to enter. It ended on Friday night. I gave away the last code on Friday during stream. And I want to bring up the winner. It is, ready? Neverless! Neverless, NXRVELESS, is a content creator not only on Twitch, but also on Twitter. Neverless has I hope Neverless is in here, unless he's just jumping. Nerveless? Might also be Nerveless. I might be illiterate. That is, could also be a thing. It's Nerveless. Yes, Neverless. Wow, DJ, come on, get it together. Okay. It is Nerveless. Nerveless has won. Congratulations, Nerveless. There you go. And oh, yeah, Easy Tunes just put the link in the chat for the desk so you can see it. I'll see if something we don't get it. Let's see here. So congratulations. We've been I believe we're already been in contact with Nerveless about the win, and that is going to be an incredible opportunity. If you have a chance, you can check out Nerveless at twitch.tv/NXRVELESS. He is a U.S. Marine Corps vet and does a lot of different charity work. So definitely check him out. This went to an incredible content creator. So congratulations. So if you want to take a look, let's take a look. Nerveless, there you are. Congratulations, welcome. Woo! You've won, right? It's like, what? I'm assuming that you were just dancing up and down, and yes, thank you so much for your service. I'm ex-Navy, so we were friends. So there you go. Absolutely incredible opportunity. Okay, so with that being said, I want to take a chance to pop over and look at our website. A lot of people have had so many different ideas of how to build something. Well, let me tell you how that works out. At CLXgaming.com, we make it absolutely easy and simple to build your own PC and design something for your needs, your way. Whether you're choosing your processor or your case, motherboard, or RAM, don't worry, you don't have to be a technical expert in order to make sure that it works. We have a foolproof system built in that'll actually show you if there's a conflict with your hardware so that it will prevent it from working. We'll give you solutions and allow you to make the choice as to how you want to adjust your system and your build to make it just right for all of your needs. Whether you're a content creator, whether you're a designer, whether you are a professional gamer, like Sway, you can do it all right here in our system. But don't worry, if you feel like that's a little too much, we have ready-to-ship systems already built out and on our site. From laptops to desktops, peripherals, you name it, including the brand new Hawthorne build, which is a PC inside a PC. Every streamer's dream. So check it out right now at CLXgaming.com and take your gaming to the next level. Blam! I did it.
It's beautiful.
Okay. So yeah, that thing is absolutely wild. And once again, congratulations, Nerveless. That's incredible. And honestly, we can't wait to see what you produce with it and what you can do. So there we go. I did that faster than I thought I would. So with regards to the cable management, there's a specific way that you do this, and that for it to help with airflow. Paul, tell us about that.
Yeah, so we like to keep our cables as neat as possible, and that just allows better airflow throughout the case. Obviously, it just makes it look better too, which is nice. And then if you ever got to get in here, you know, it's easy to find out which cable you need to mess with. So there's a lot of reasons we do that, but yeah, the biggest practical reason is for better airflow.
Gotcha. In this case, it's got some great airflow options. It's also got a venting system on it. How does that work?
Yeah, so for this case, we're going to be bringing our air primarily in through the front. So you got 3 intake fans here that are right up front that you can see. That'll bring fresh air in the case. It will exhaust out the rear and the top. So yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Awesome. So, jumping back over to Sway. What? So this is obviously your new system. What are we upgrading from?
Oh, what are we upgrading from? So we are upgrading from. I'll tell you the specs right now. Actually, let me load up GeForce. Oh my god. Okay. So. What's installing? Give me like 10 seconds. It's updating.
It's Windows. It'll always update when you're least expecting it.
Yeah, it always updates when I don't want it to update.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. I mean, naturally, that's what we call technology. I need to call 911. My phone just updated.
All right, you guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All right, so it's okay, so first it's a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060.
2060.
Okay, an Intel Core i7-9700KF CPU with 3.6 gigahertz, I'm assuming.
Yep, gigahertz.
And it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. So I can't even play Fortnite on this PC. I can't really have 2 Twitches open on this PC. I mean,
you can if you like 60 FPS.
Oh yeah, I can. So this PC was about, I think, exactly $1,000. I'm pretty sure.
And you have become a consistent pro player, and you're still with FaZe Clan. With that, well, guess what? This is about to be upgraded beyond your wildest dreams. I cannot wait to see you produce some videos with this and to just show how fast this system is. It's wild. Plus,
I can't
pretty
wait
to look at. Yeah.
All right, so what are the specs on this PC actually?
On this one that you're getting?
Do you have? Yep.
Okay, so right now it is an i9-13900K. So that's a 3 gigahertz processor. Paul, how many cores are in that processor again?
Yeah, so this one has, let me make sure I got this right. This has 24 cores with 32 threads.
Oh my God.
The new Intel processors are using kind of a split between performance cores and efficiency cores.
That's the PC.
You've got 8 performance cores. The hyper-thread go up to 16, so that's how you get 32 threads. Its base speed is 3.0 gigahertz, but it'll boost up to 5.8. So when you're gaming and when you need it, it's going to boost up to 5.8. It can do that across all cores or each core individually. So yeah, it's an insane processor.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be housed on an ASRock Z690 Steel Legend DDR5 motherboard. You've got multiple different options on this thing as far as what you can hook into it and how you can use it. It comes with, it's already got built-in Wi-Fi 6E, but you should be hardlined. That being said, it's got 4 different memory slots. It can go up to a maximum of 128 gigs of RAM, which you're going to have 32 to start with, and you have 2 empty slots if you ever want to bring that up higher. It's got a Dragon port Ethernet. That's 2.5 gigs per second up and down, as opposed to just a regular Ethernet. It's got a Dragon port, which is absolutely awesome. It's got 1 wired network port. Obviously, you've got 2 PCI Express ones, 3 PCI Express 16s, and a whole slew of USB ports. I'm over here looking to try and count them all.
And it has the RTX 4080?
Yep, you're getting
what? How much is a 4080 now?
$1 million.
1.4. I thought it was more like $800,000, but it is $1 million.
You're closer than I am for sure.
You're thinking of the 1080s during Bitcoin.
Oh my God.
Let's see here. You've got multiple different ports on here, both USB 3s as well as USB Cs on here. The motherboard alone has its own display port and HDMI port, but you won't be using those because you've got a monster of a graphics card, as we just mentioned. This is an RTX 4080. These things are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
RTX 4080.
Yeah. So
I can play 20 Fortnite.
Right? All at once. So
all at once.
And if you take a look at our website, when you look at the build, it actually uses a thing called 3D Mark, and this is a way of ranking or rating how the system will perform with certain games. Fortnite on this system should run at 1440p, 225 frames per second. If you want to run it at 1080p, you could pull up to 425 frames per second.
Oh my God.
Right? You can be able to play it in very pristine graphics, full on, ready to go. People in chat are like, I'm drooling right now. Oh, there's codes in. We've got codes, people. We've got codes.
Download the codes.
They're a little bit higher up. I just realized everybody's saying codes. So Ivory must have dropped another code for the Horus build, which is awesome. Yeah, so, and again, if you're just joining us and haven't already done so, you can jump into our Horus giveaway by typing !give Horus. Is there such a thing as too many frames? I feel like the answer to that should always be no.
Yeah. Nah,
No.
there's always
Yeah.
a lot of frames are good. The more the better.
When I jumped from just doing 60 up to 144, it was like night and day.
Yeah, it is.
Night and day. It's wild. And the things that I was able to see and respond to, especially in like Siege, I finally didn't suck nearly as much. It was great. I felt good.
And also, they actually made a 480 hertz monitor. I'm pretty sure.
Is that out?
Or a 5.
Who ViewSonic makes one.
Alienware.
Is it Alienware? Okay. I know ViewSonic has got some great ones. BenQ's got some great ones. But yeah, 480 frames per second.
It's actually 500. 500.
500?
It's 500 hertz. Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh my lord.
500 hertz.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's that is a bit wild. When you're gonna have to ask the FaZe office, hey, by the way, we can do a relationship with them.
Bro,
there you go.
500 hertz monitor is actually insane. You're gonna need like, I don't even know.
You should check out what ViewSonic has. They've got we saw them and did some interviews with them actually at TwitchCon and at PAX, and they have some absolutely beautiful monitors.
ViewSonic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. It's not bad. 240. You know, these actually. I like the stands. You could make it.
Yeah.
Wait, these monitors are not bad.
Get them mounted on an arm so you can move it back and forth.
Yup.
Jumping back.
What monitors? Oh, never mind. All right, go.
No, you had a question. You're the guest.
Oh, I said, what monitors are you using? Are you using 240 or 360?
I have right now. My main monitor is a 144. I'm working on getting
144?
Yeah, working on getting that upgraded because I eventually would like to go to jump up in performance on it. So, but I use a games monitor. Right? It's by a company named Games. I used to work with them, and so they've done all my. These are all of the monitors I've had from them, but theirs are all also like
all 5 of them.
Yeah, I'd say they're 5 years old. They're 5 or 6 years old at this point. So,
dang. So all 5 of your monitors are from them, or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Dang.
So
that's actually pretty good.
And then unfortunately, they did not survive COVID.
Really?
So, yep. Unfortunately.
Damn. That's unfortunate. All right, ask Paul the question.
So, Paul, where are we at? What you doing? And let's talk about what's up next here.
All right, so we've got our 1,000-watt, fully modular, white Phanteks 80+ gold power supply in now. I've got my CPU.
What do you mean by fully modular?
So by fully modular, I mean none of the cables are soldered into the power supply. You can kind of see here at the bottom these black ports here. So I'm only going to install the cables that we need. That'll give it a cleaner look. All the extra cables will be sent along with the PC. So if you need them, they'll be there. But that really helps on the tie-up. You can, if budget is an issue, you can go fully modular. You want to do that.
Wow.
So, and then I've got that in. I still need to plug in our SATA powers, which is for our fan and everything. But before we do that, I'm going to install the 4 terabyte storage drive. So awesome. I've got that right here. So you've got a 1 terabyte NVMe M.2 drive for your OS and any games you want on there. And then for storage, you've got 4 terabytes. So that should be plenty.
Yep, absolutely incredible hard drive. That's going to be, you're going to have plenty of space on that thing.
This seems so complicated to build, but it's probably like so easy too, guys.
It looks complicated, but it's adult Legos. If you've got someone that's done it before, they could show you how to do it.
Adult Legos.
Yeah, that's what it is. The hardest part, or the scariest part, is installing your processor, because if you mess that up, it's an expensive mistake. Everything else you just.
Oh, you're gonna have to buy a new one?
Either a new processor or a new motherboard. Depends on which part decided.
Oh
to
my
break.
God.
Which part broke? Yeah.
Yeah.
My very first time hosting the show, I was talking about my very first build, which was my first streaming PC build, and it took me a little over 6 hours to put the whole thing together because I had to take the motherboard off like 3 times. Like cable management, horrible. It sits over here in a corner like the ugly child in the room that I just don't want to look at because I know that if I look inside of it after having been on the show, I'm gonna judge myself. So instead, I'm gonna fix it and give it to my mom.
That's a good fix. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She managed to somehow get her. I told her to just talk to me first. She ended up buying something from Walmart, and I'm like, first of all, Mom, let's not do that. It is a 2-core Celeron processor.
How?
I didn't even know they made those
Yeah, I
anymore.
didn't even know you could buy that at a store.
Like that's
rough.
out. Like, what?
Yeah, that's
So I was like,
real rough.
okay, now I've got an i7 in my old streaming rig, so I'm gonna just fix that up and give that to her so she can
That'll be good.
surf her sites and watch her shows. Yeah. Papo says, I followed FaZe on Twitter. My older brother is a FaZe Clan fan. Yes. Yep. One of my best friends is a massive FaZe fan. I don't know if you know him, Re-Up.
Re-Up?
Yeah. Re-Up is hilarious. But yeah, he was a massive fan. That was all he ever talked about for a long, long time. His goal to be
I'm
on
just
FaZe.
so focused on this PC building.
Yeah.
It looks like you're putting LED lights.
Yeah, so what I'm wiring up right here, your SATA power. So the first one I plugged in is your fan controller box right here where all your fans are plugged in. And then next is the lights for the case. And then more lights for the case. And then we'll also power your storage drive with this as well.
Yep. And of course, if anybody in chat has any questions, let us know. Let us know in chat. We'll be more than happy to ask if you have questions about the build, about PC building in general, or if you got questions for Sway.
Yeah. You guys got any questions for me? I'm the pro PC builder here, you know.
So
I'm
many
the
cables.
pro.
I'll just send you the answers if you need them.
Innovative asks, how much is this PC build? This PC build runs about $48.75.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, so this is an Akaza build, right? So didn't Akaza have a fight with another person in the anime? If chat knows who Akaza fought, let me know, because I actually can't really remember. I'm pretty sure it was that fire person. If chat could say it. If anyone's in the chat right now that knows who Akaza
Some dude that
fought.
really likes food. Rengoku. Yes.
It was Rengoku.
Yes.
So I think it will be the perfect idea since we have an Akaza PC that we give away a Rengoku PC. So we'll have an Akaza one for me, and then whoever gets the Rengoku one, they'll be matching with me.
Heck yeah.
So I think that would be fire.
That is awesome.
You know.
Absolutely incredible. And if the Rengoku is even close to the beauty of this one in its design, which I know it will be because Crota's incredible work. That was awesome with that. All right. I love the fact that it's got a white power supply too.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
This PC
white
is actually
cables.
clean. The Rengoku one looks sick. Oh my god.
All right, so we're about to get the 4080 out, and we'll install that.
Oh wow, that is gorgeous.
So,
yeah, McDonald's. That was quick as fuck. Oh my.
People's got to eat. All right. Now this is a big card, Paul. Let's talk about the RTX 4080 here. and about how it's supported on the board, because these things are not lightweight at all.
Yeah, this is a big card right here, very powerful. So we are going to have a bracket mounted to the motherboard that's going to support this side of the card. That way you don't get any GPU sag. So we will do that.
Gotcha.
I'll pull the plastic off this card, and then we'll get that going in there. And then we're pretty close to done.
Is that something that comes with the card, or is that something that comes with the board?
So I'm going to use the one that comes with the board. Once we get this card in here, I'll make sure it'll work. There is one that comes with the graphics card, but I prefer to use the one with the board. I like it. It mounts to the motherboard mounting spots, and it has a, it's got a good brace that I like. So we'll use that. But if we didn't, we would use the one that comes with the card. That one's fine too. They've gotten a lot better with their GPU braces. It used to be pretty sketchy on some of them, but they're getting a lot better. All the manufacturers are with that.
Obviously, you can see the very, very thick housing and the cooling system that has been laid out on there. Plus, it's got to pull off the plastic from the RGBs and the fans. How many slots is this card in size?
All right, so this is at least a 3.5 and probably a 4-slot card. So you can see the 3 little covers here, and then our fans stick out a little bit further. Some people will call that 3.5. I'm gonna call it a 4, just to be safe.
Yeah, that I agree, Easy Tunes. That Rengoku is gorgeous.
The Rengoku looks sick.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So
that looks sick.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So now we just got to pull off these plate covers, and I'm assuming that explains the fact that there's these graphics cards are just getting thicker constantly. That's why there's such a large gap below that top PCIe slot.
Right. Yeah, that is. And they're getting so. Why they're so much bigger is because the graphics cards are getting so much more powerful that they need a giant heat shield to deal with the heat. So the card isn't bigger just because of the PCB and the GPU on it. It's actually because the amount of heat it generates. It needs a really thick heat sink with a lot of fans to cool it properly.
Yeah, to be fair, Easy Tune says, now I want McDonald's. Honestly, now I do too. I'm fries, man. I just need some fries.
What's so convenient is I literally live in the McDonald's. I just go downstairs.
What?
I'm like,
what?
Literally. Yeah,
what?
Literally. I just go downstairs and McDonald's is right there.
Oh God, that's hilarious. That's gotta be nice.
So...
That'd just be nothing but chicken nuggets forever. Let me check into something here with production on the back end. All right, so with regards to the power for these, let's talk a little bit about how that's going to be connected and why these require so much.
Yeah, so this card comes with an adapter here that we'll be plugging into. So it's got 3 8-pin power connectors coming off of. Typically on big video cards, you see 2 8-pins. With the 40 series, they're just getting so big that they need more power. So that's what we'll do. We'll run our cables up through here.
So, boss status actually brings up a really, really good point. That's an excellent question, Paul. Are you ever afraid of when you're tightening screws with power tools that you might overdo it or break it? So Boss said he only uses hand tools on it.
Yeah, that's a good question. So what we use, or what I like to use here is this drill. It's got a ton of torque settings on it. So I don't go past very low. I mean, this just saves me time as opposed to hand turning every screw. Now, if you had this set incorrectly, you could definitely, drive a screw in too hard, but we usually don't go past 5 here. Sometimes you got to go a little higher for a fan screw because the way fans are designed, the screws actually bite into the plastic. But every other screw on the system, we don't go above 5. So, and they could handle probably higher torque than that, but with PCs, there's no reason to just crank stuff down. But that is a good question, though.
There we go. All right, now we're just getting those final cables coming up through the bottom. That cool little vent hole right there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks great.
It makes it so cool.
Yeah, this case design is really nice. I really like building these. We mostly have been building the Leon Lee 011s on the show, so it's really nice to do an Evolv. I really like this case. I mean, I like the 011s as well, but...
Well, and the amount of artwork you can get on the front of it is wild.
Yeah, like the Evolv X is what I have at home as well. I've got a custom designed one that I really like, so it's great to build in. All right, so I'm gonna rotate this a little bit. Get this stuff plugged in, and then we'll go to the back, do a little bit more cleanup, and then we'll pretty much be there.
While you're doing this, in the event that you really love this, and I'm sure that most people do, honestly, building PCs is kind of therapeutic, as we've heard in chat already. We are going to be live now 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, that's 2 Eastern, right here at twitch.tv/CLX Gaming TV. We're going to be building PCs from the ground up, everything from sponsored ones to customer ones. Who knows? Maybe yours will be one that we build. You never know. But tune in every Tuesday and Thursday right here. There's also great chances to grab a code to add more entries to our giveaway, and you can always count on getting them on stream. Oh, there we go. Yep. So yeah, Paul got too powerful. The tattoos were way too much for the cameras. And
Sorry. I'll wear sleeves next time.
Are way too much.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll put on the long sleeve for the next one. Sorry, my bad, guys.
Sir, your sleeves are way too OP. Nerf, time for a nerf.
Like it. Alrighty, so
there we go.
We've got the video card plugged in there. You can see in the front. So your 4080 is mounted. I'm throwing on some of these covers back here, and then we'll move to side panels and turn this thing on.
Awesome.
Let's go.
So this will be your first custom PC, won't it, FaZe Sway?
Oh yeah, it would.
That's awesome. This is gonna be
awesome.
Great. I can't wait.
Really cool. Oh, yeah, that's
This
cool.
is my first custom PC. Ooh, looks so good.
Alrighty. So.
Oh, sure. Let's take a look at the render while you're getting that adjusted.
Yeah.
I believe production has a render of there we
Yeah.
go. You didn't see it earlier. This is the
looks
Rengoku
awesome.
PC.
Wow.
Right? The eyes. Dude, the eyes.
Does that say tasty under his eyes? It has to say tasty.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
my.
that's incredible. So
That's awesome.
So one lucky person is going to win that PC. Make sure that you follow the link that is in chat to get your entries in right now. Make sure you fulfill all of them. And good luck to one lucky person who's going to be a super fan for life. Now, you're
also,
oh, yeah.
Wait, I'm going to be giving away 100+ entries on my stream.
What?
And
Ooh.
on my socials. So, make
Awesome.
sure you guys follow me on my socials and turn on noties, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to win, only if you want to win that Rengoku PC, you know?
Hey,
that
Sway.
PC's crazy.
Where can people find you on social media and on Twitch? For those who don't know.
So Twitch, it's FaZe Sway. Twitter, FaZe Sway. Instagram, FaZe Sway.
What?
YouTube, FaZe Sway.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Wait,
that-
what, my Twitch again? FaZe Sway.
Get it good. Nice.
Oh my
I
God.
love
That looks so
The front of this looks so good.
All right, so something to point out about this case that I really like, it's got these doors that cover it. Like we don't even have the side panel on, and this is how it looks when it's all done. It's super clean. This is the back side. I really like this. So yeah, we'll start finishing up throwing these panels on, and we'll be ready to go.
the eyes look so good. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That would have took us 2 days to put together. You know, right?
Oh, this will take. It took Paul like an hour to build this. It'll probably take me like a week to build this. I can't lie. Like, no lie.
Good.
Oh, speaking of codes, Ivory just dropped one in the chat. Sway 2 PK6. There you go. That's your first 100 entries. That is specifically for the Sway giveaway
Let's go.
right now. Heck yeah. That is rad.
Oh my God, this looks so
I know, right?
I just got goosebumps from looking at this. I can't lie.
Well, and when it lights up, I always thought for some reason that it was the fans that lit up the actual the front panel. No, it's got its own stuff in it. It's,
no way.
It's wild. These cases are gorgeous. I also love the fact they have swing doors.
Yeah,
It's
these
just
doors are
simple
great.
and easy to manage.
Those doors are crazy.
Okay, Paul, why is that one so much easier to pull the plastic off of?
Because it's Phanteks and not Leon Lee.
Got it. Leon Lee's is like a wrestling match.
Yeah, I have to
saran
like
wrap.
spend 5 minutes being really careful without throwing the side panel across the room because the plastic loves to stick. So this is your back door here. You can see that obviously covering there. Now we'll get to the front or the main side.
Here we go. There we go. Ah, yes. Again, I hope it's one of those things where I just want to send Leon Lee just a little clip and go, hey, if you could make it like this simple, that would be great. Alrighty.
Wow.
It's sliding doors, Tony.
Sliding?
Yeah, look. Well, not like.
Yeah, so they just slide onto these hinges here like that. And then
That's
it just
crazy.
shuts.
Oh!
That's it.
Alrighty, so now's the best
Now
part.
it's the moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
All right,
There we
so
go. Get that little bit of an angle.
you guys tell me out here, Jason, Kyle, if that looks good.
A little bit to your right there. Paul.
All right.
Yeah, just move it over to the right just a little bit.
Okay. I think we might be switching to a different shot too.
There we go. Perfect.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
pan it a little bit this way.
That's gorgeous. That mat is a little, there we go.
God.
Yeah, you and me are on the same wavelength, TJ. Like, the
Yeah,
mat.
Kyle. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle's an incredible designer.
Here we go.
Let's see it.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh,
That looks so
that's
good.
great, right, dude?
This looks great.
Welcome to the CLX family, man.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Oh my.
So Sway, you also have this remote that'll ship with the system. You can see right here. This is what you can use
Oh,
to
so I
change
can
the colors
switch
of the
the lights?
fans. Yeah, I usually like to show this, but it actually changes all the lights in the room, and I get kind of in trouble. So I'm gonna just leave it like this. You can change any color you want when you get it.
I
But
might
yeah,
just
that's
keep
what
it
this
like
remote
that.
does. Yeah, the RGB looks good. There's different techniques that'll like chase lights around too. There's a lot you can do with this. So yeah, it's really cool.
Wow, I appreciate you guys. This is actually insane. Wow.
Yep.
This is sick.
So real quick, just because we didn't get a chance to cover it, I want to talk a little bit for a moment. Paul, what happens with this PC now? And there's a reason why CLX's gear is so good. Paul, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, so with this machine and every machine we build here, once it gets done being built, we take it into our testing and integration department, and that's where we're going to check the BIOS, make sure everything's set correctly. We're going to load the operating system, any games the recipient wants, and then we stress test the system for 12 hours, and we run it through a lot of benchmarks, and doing that stress test for 12 hours allows us to catch any defects that might have come from the manufacturer. Usually if stuff's going to break, it's going to break within that 12 hours. That allows us to fix it here and give you a stable system. So this is going to get that treatment just like every other machine, and then it'll ship out to you in this giant crate here. So.
Do we want to show them the sarcophagus?
Yeah, let me
really
get
make
it here.
work for you. So this is what's going to be coming to the FaZe Clan house for you.
Yeah, so be ready.
The facility.
The UPS man might not be a fan.
Yeah, whoever's delivering needs a tip.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what comes in. Check this out.
We can just go here. Oh, wait here. Our camera bugged out. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Oh, this is how I get so strong.
Oh
this
my
giant crate
God.
here. Yeah.
This is a protect all sides of the PC at all times. So
there you go.
Oh my
go.
god, it's like a
huge.
crate. It's
Yeah.
supply drop.
Yep, this is our sarcophagus packaging. So every raw gets this. And it can be selected for any of our PCs.
There is an arrow on there.
Wow.
Make sure that that arrow is pointing down when you open it.
Okay.
So you'll see an arrow on the outside of the box. That's the bottom side. So
So the arrow's the bottom side. The arrow's
arrow's
the bottom
the
side?
bottom when you pull it out. It's going to be actually the top is actually a door. Yeah, that top is actually a door.
Yeah, you'll see it. It'll be in a nice box in the crate as well with a lot of packaging and stuff like that. There'll be packaging on the inside. You'll see it. It's really easy to open. To open your side panel, you just open the door. Just push it open. So
Wow.
Look at that.
that's it on the
Even with it
inside.
open, dude, it's so sick.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Well done.
Oh.
All right.
What?
So, final thoughts there.
Final thoughts. This is insane. I think this might be the best PC I've seen in my life.
That's awesome, man. It was a lot of fun to build. I'm really glad
Paul
you're
needs
stoked on
a
it.
raise, yo. I'm gonna pay him for 10K. No, I'm
There
kidding.
you go. Hey, I'll hold you to it, man. So,
There we go.
no,
Awesome.
no, it's great, man. It's fun to be able to
Yo,
build
he's
it.
so good that the stream turned off because of how fast he was.
That's the
Yeah.
best thing right
So-
there.
The speed of light.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, everybody, don't forget, you can get extra 100 entries over on Sway's Twitch channel and on his socials. Make sure you check that all out. It's FaZe Sway across the board. Huge shout out and thank you for being here. Tony, so good to see you, man. We definitely got to get some games in for sure. On
He said
behalf,
we gotta get some games in, Tony.
yes, absolutely. You can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays here at twitch.tv/CLX Gaming TV at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern for our live build shows. Our next one will be 2 days from now, and it'll be back at our regular time at 11. You can always follow us on all of our socials. That's at CLX Gaming on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. For the giveaway for Sway, you got to make sure you're using the Sway codes for the Horus giveaway. You can use the codes that you earned here today, and you can earn the ones that I'll be giving away on my channel this weekend. On behalf of Kyle and Jason in production, Sway and Tony and Paul right here who built it, I'm DJ BluePDX. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, this was sick.
Waiting a chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you. You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me feel so crazy, my heart breaks for you. Can't help but know that I'm still in love with you. You make me feel so.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a larger standard touchscreen than the CR-V, you can keep the party going and leave big.
All alive. The devil's in the detail, lingered inside. Oh, a holy crime. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Though we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're all up till dawn. But how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Oh, we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters.